Six. You could be.
Evening, everyone. Smarty just getting carried away as per, about to go in on me again because that's what he's like, the rotten bastard. Welcome to another exciting episode of Ought to Know Better. I'm joined by this motley crew, Luke, Gilly, and Smarty, and we'll just roll the intro, Gilly.
Hi, this is Don Matteo, and you are listening to the Ought to Know Better podcast. Let's do this.
How's everyone doing?
Could be worse.
You know, some enthusiasm in the room tonight.
Been run over by a bus.
Well, I've cut out all alcohol and caffeine for the month of March.
So you're miserable as
now,
well.
And caffeine.
And caffeine. I'm going to go.
Why would you do this to yourself?
Just because I just think it might be better for me. I don't know why. I just get a feeling it might be better.
You're drinking your own piss,
loads of salad and eating loads of fruit and not eating as much red meat and not drinking red wine and
it's a month out of my life, and I thought if it can help me reset a little bit, and then I can have a fucking absolute mad April and May run into the end of the season. Then
if you drink your own piss,
you are still tooting.
He's justifying it.
Say that again, Gilly.
You are still tooting on your old puffer.
Oh yeah, I'm not giving that bastard up. Other vapes are available.
Nice.
It's a short, miserable existence, lads. Don't deny yourself.
Plus, you live down south. That's pretty grim. You just, just eat some Yorkshire puddings and drink some coffee.
We're only 7 days in, and I actually already feel, and I know probably everybody says this, but I actually do feel better. Already.
You hear birds tweeting and shit on the morning.
Morning.
Do you get more clarity? Oh,
yeah, just I can actually speak to the animals now.
Fair enough. I always said you were a bit of a Doolittle.
Hey up.
How are you doing,
hang on a minute.
I'm all right, thanks. Not that bad.
Good stuff.
Looking forward to this evening, even though you didn't tell everyone that I was coming on, but fuck it.
Well,
I'm all right being an extra. I'm just a pod fluffer, that.
You just said
What? It's a family show. It's a family show. What are you doing?
We're 20 minutes till Watershed.
We're not Watershed yet, Matthew. Christ.
Hey, well, you would have said it, not
We're
me.
live. Don't say shit or bugger.
How are you, Gilly?
Could be worse.
Been at it on Twitter today, haven't you?
I do like this. No
He has
days
been
off,
at it.
Carter, but you're leaving me to do predictions, no doubt, and then I'm doing videos for you, and then I'm doing main bit of it because we've not done Paul.
Yeah,
but you're hosting.
I've got no jobs.
If you don't have some semblance of control, Gilly, you get anxious and you start shaking. So you've got
does.
We like to.
I stayed quiet when you said who wants to run. Who wants to run it all in background? I stay quiet. Sitting there thinking, fucking hell! I hope he says me.
Okay, can I ask a question? Is it cold in your house or is it warm? I'm really, really puzzled with the woolly hat and the little t-shirt.
Well, you see, what it is, Luke, it's actually quite cold because with these new season ticket prices, I had to switch everything off. You know.
So why have you got a t-shirt on and a woolly hat then? Just explain.
Because I'm hot as fuck.
What are they? like a little T-Rex.
I'll give you a close-up, mate, if you want.
Like a baby T-Rex.
The gun show, but he's on about water pistols.
There's a blame, there's a claim, Jay, if you've had an accident.
Cheers, lads. I knew I could count on your support.
You still have to use, when you go pitch and putt, you still have to use a child's wedge.
Yeah, but that's only because I'm 5 foot tall. It's not because of my arms.
I think it's probably to do with both, mate.
When I play pool, I have to use rest for normal shots.
Actually, the longer your arms were, probably the shorter the club would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Bit other way around.
So maybe you've got a really long club.
Lads, can we?
How long's your club, Jay?
Can we do something about football?
Well, we've been on 5 minutes. We've not said out about football.
We can roll straight into predictions if you want. Gilly,
Ought to know better predictions.
Good, thanks.
You know it's your thing, mate. I won't want to take it away from you.
I have brought them up, so we are ready to go
sure.
now. So, Smarty the Scab.
That's right.
Dirty
Went for Chelsea.
That's right.
Jason the Scab went 2-1 Chelsea.
Ooh.
So he gets himself 3 points. Smarty gets himself 1 point, and that was it. That was all that got handed out this time. Everybody else went. Actually, I don't know what Jay went because he never actually gave me his prediction, so it went down as a not applicable.
Probably went about 4-0 Leeds. The
you
fucking
would have
vanilla
seen
shit house.
The prediction, Matthew.
To be fair, Jay actually took the fans' prediction down as well on the pod.
It was Carl that told me it though.
I took them all down. I've got them written down right here. I thought you'd watched it.
Did you just think that? Did you just think to like teleport it to his brain? Like, did you just expect him just to guess it?
When the pod's
Probably
this good,
he wrote it down on one of his incredibly small notepads. A post-it note's massive to Jay.
One that you
It's
get
like
out
a
of a
piece of
Christmas
A4.
cracker.
Flip chart.
So the upshot is Smarty gets 1 point, which leaves him exactly in the same place in the table. And Jason gets 3 points, which puts him in the same place in the table, but joint with points with Luke in second place. But it doesn't move any, so none of the points moves anybody at all.
As per, that'll do for me. It means I'm top still, so I'm all right with that.
8 points clear, I'm afraid. I didn't want to get into that.
Yeah, I probably thought you wouldn't. But...
How was this happening?
It's happened because it predicts wins every week. Sometimes we might get some points, and he's never dropped any points because he's scared of actually dropping points.
You say that, but I
predicted wins against us, you'd be higher up.
I know, yeah, exactly. And I predicted draws for both the scum games, so put that in your pipe, you big tall bastard.
But yeah, to be fair, Lou predicts us to get hammered every week, and he's rock bottom. So I don't understand how Jason's up the league and Lou's down the league when they're both so negative about what Leeds are going to do. It makes no sense.
No idea.
Lou, I remember Lou said something, didn't he, about you always ask him for his prediction when he's pissed off just after we've lost another game. So.
What, 17 times this season?
Yeah, pretty much.
Still in recovery mode, aren't you? It's like now.
Difficult for me to find a space in the calendar where we've not just been beat, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's not going well, is it? But, you know, spring's here, weather's
not in bottom three.
Sunnier days. All right, well, with that, we might as well move on to the previous game then. I know we had a B and C, didn't we, for the Chelsea game, but we'll just have a little, recap.
Do you know who were on it?
It was you and Gilly, wasn't it?
And
I can't remember.
Tell us your thoughts, Jay.
It was the three of us, Jay. Everybody here but you.
Everybody but you. Give us your thoughts.
I watched some of it, so you can piss off. I just got a shit memory. ADHD. You know what I mean?
Fucking hell.
His ADHD's like been in a motorcycle. You'd think he'd actually been really, really injured, wouldn't you? Like, I mean, I'm nothing against anybody who has ADHD. It can be difficult.
Apart from me,
sailing close.
But if you know Jay, he's in the chat group and he uses this as an excuse for everything. Jay, you owe me £7. I've got ADHD. Like, you know, it's literally his excuse for everything. Jay,
I do literally forget everything though. I've got no time management. I've got no money management. I can't remember stuff that was said to me 10 minutes ago. But yeah, I can remember quotes from films from 1985 and all kinds of weird, useless shit. But yeah, it's just how it is, you know. I'm still here. I'm thriving, some might say. You know, winning.
Yeah. You're going to be starting talking about Tiger Blood soon if we don't move on.
Yeah, let's move on. I mean, yeah, I'll give you my thoughts on it, Smarty, because I know you love to listen to me.
Yes.
It was frustrating more than anything. It were a weird game in that we deserved to get beat at the end of the day, but we could have got something out of it, and that's the most frustrating part for me. And it were seeing things like simple things being done wrong time and time again, yet again. Harrison unable to cross a ball, you know, McKennie unable to find a pass, Adams unable to find a pass. It was just so frustrating. And it just drove me up the fucking wall. And we had all little opportunities, and it was just like we could have played for a month and we wouldn't have put it back at net. After that scramble, when it all were bobbling around in 6-yard box and everyone was swinging a leg at it, and it won't go in, I knew we weren't going to score in that game. That were it. That were last sort of real chance, and you could just see that it wasn't going to happen. I felt sorry for Ruta because I thought he did all right. He needs a goal badly to get him up and running and get people off his back a little bit, but I don't see a better option at the moment till Rodrigo's back because Bamford ain't it this season. Whether he ever will be again, we'll see.
There are rumours that he's going to be available to the squad. So with the duration that he's been out, he's going to be working his way back in. But there's rumours that he's going to be available to the squad earlier than predicted.
Rodrigo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something about that today on Twitter, I think. But we need him back badly. And it's funny because people wanted him out of the team. I know, me too. People wanted him out of the team at one point. Now everybody wants him back. That's how fickle we are.
I think he's going to be instrumental in our running. I know we're going to come on to it in a short while, but when we look at the games we've got coming up, there's only two until.
Didn't think of that.
There's only two until. Jay will be fucking going mad, won't he? I've done 43 pods this year.
I'm on a rest. Working my fingers to the bone for you fuckers.
Toiling away, mate.
Back to Rodrigo. He's going to be instrumental. I think 2 games to the international break. 2 games that could go either way on balance. 2 good sides now, and certainly 2 inconsistent sides. Or they've got losses in them. Do you know what I mean? Do we risk bringing Rodrigo in before the international break, or do we let him have those 2 games extra recovery and the international break and be sure? Do you know what I mean? I'd much rather he did that than risk anything daft. You know, I don't know. Don't know where.
We don't want another Bamford situation where he comes back and gets injured straight away, do we? Because that'd be disastrous if we lost him for the rest of the season.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when you look, we've got Forest, Palace, West Ham, a lot of the teams down there to play. Yeah,
and I think it's one of those where you look at the promotion season and the way that Pablo was handled, where we knew that he couldn't get through a game and he was coming back from injury, but he'd come on and he'd do something for us. Now, I'm not saying that we can expect the same sort of impact from Rodrigo, but managing him in a similar fashion seems like it'd be sensible.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. It's mad that we still haven't replaced Pablo, by the way. That's another pod topic.
That might be a router in 3 or 4 seasons. You never know.
They'll know better than us. I mean, I trust Rob Price and his team completely. You know, I think I felt with previous injuries, Bamford included actually, but other injuries as well that we had. Was it Raf had a bad one and then came back and got injured last season? Was it Raf? I can't remember. Anyway, it was ages ago now.
Calvin spent a while out as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but there was a couple with rushed back, and it showed. It showed. I think it was Calvin. It was leggy on the pitch. Do you remember? He was absolutely knackered, and he didn't look his former self. So yeah, I think at the risk of that, I would rather have him at 100% playing a bit of 21s football, maybe even potentially, before coming back after the break. But look, it's one of them. We need it's proven we need a goal scorer. After this weekend, after not having a shot on target, I think was it until the 91st minute.
Then Melier got one of them, didn't he, with his header?
Yeah. It's something is lacking, and it's all to me. And as I said it on, was it Sunday we did the pod? Sunday,
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
Sunday morning.
I feel that we're very close to being a decent side, and if we can just make that little additional change or transition or cog turn, then we'll probably see we've got players that have done it in stints. Nonto, Somerville, Sinistera when he's been playing, Rodrigo when he comes back. We have got goals in us. It's just almost like they forgot what to do.
Yeah, and I think if you remember as well, we spoke. It might have been just after Christmas, but we spoke about the amount of goals that we were shipping. But we were saying, look, we're scoring loads of goals. All we need to do is shore it up at the back. And now we look much more steady at the back. Now, Verber's added a lot of the fact that we're steady at the back, but we look more steady at the back. But we've lost that balance because we're not scoring. We're not even looking like scoring goals in.
Yeah, we've gone too far the other way.
Yeah.
It's good to see the shape on the pitch. You can see a structure to it now. You can see what they're trying to do. You can see the philosophy, and you can see the tactics at work there rather than just chasing the man with the ball. But yeah, there needs to be a little less patience and trying to just sort of stay solid. There needs to be a little bit more of an attacking spark for
cracking
me.
it outside the fucking box rather than
That's what we said, didn't it? I was just
about
about to make. Yeah, just about to make that point. All three of us said at weekend, just have a fucking shot.
Yeah.
You get near box with ball at your feet, have a shot.
We said that at the Fulham game, didn't we? That was the difference, that they were willing to shoot when they got an opportunity, and we weren't.
It feels to me, I don't know how you guys feel, but since Scratchy's come in, I think it feels to me like he's tried to keep it as similar as possible in terms of the formation. Certainly, we expected to see him come in and play a 4-2-2-2 or a 4-4-2, however you want to look at it, or even 5 at the back with 3 midfield. Or 4, and we expected to see something change dramatically. We haven't seen that yet. Now, whether they work on that, it's a tough time to come in between games. We know that, and to come in when he did, when Marsh was sacked, and ultimately not be first choice and whatever else you want to believe, but he can't change things massively. He can't, because they've been taught to do that for the last 12 months. They've been taught to play in this position in a formation for 12 months. To come in and just rip that up and throw it in the bin could be catastrophic. So I think he's managing it well. I do, and we can see that the obvious vast improvements across everywhere, defensively, apart from obviously the goal scoring. But I have a feeling they might work on a bit more shape and structure and build up sort of movements and things in the international break. They're probably doing it now. But what they won't do is implement that into a game until they can, in his words or in his eyes, perfect it.
There were questions put to him that on his first press conference. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but he said, I can't remember which one it was said, but it was put to him that what sort of implement, what can you implement, what can you change straight away, and can you make such drastic changes straight away? And he says, no, he can't. He says, and then he actually said that himself. He says, I can't make massive changes because it'll just completely fucking throw everything. He didn't, obviously, it'll throw everything at it fucking, He just said he can't make too many rapid changes because the team will just won't have a clue. So he's got to keep, they're like baby steps.
One that Scooby-Doo said that.
No.
Because he said that as well, didn't he?
He might have done as well, but Gracia said something different. He says he can't make massive changes because obviously you can't implement them sort of changes in such a short period of time, which you'd expect.
Sensible, isn't it?
Yeah, of course you would.
Yeah. It's like if you don't go in and change everything, then they've got half a foot in to start with rather than starting from scratch, and you'd hope you can build that quicker than.
So we're just making Plan A better. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Celebrating moments.
I think he does have a plan B though. That's the thing. So,
well, we saw that a little bit at Fulham, didn't we? We saw him going to a 3 in midfield in defence.
Yeah.
And change slightly as we were bringing the ball out back into the 4-2-3-1. But it shows that we have got that change in us. It's just a shame that we haven't seen enough positivity from that change. I think we have defensively. I think we've sounded up, and lo and behold, Junior Firpo's turned into a fucking prime Roberto Carlos, and he's absolutely flying up and down the left flank. And I love to see it. Luke Gilly, I think we're seeing the best of him again. And Cock and Warber have formed a formidable partnership in the middle. So until we get spanked 5-0 at fucking weekend. And then, but yeah, there is a lot of positives, and I can certainly see the obvious positives from since Scratchy's come in. It's just we need to see it all over the pitch and not just in stages in one area. It's almost like we either defend or we attack. It's we can't seem to do both.
Yeah,
new have us attacking midfielders offering more as well, more shots, more like we can try and blame. Well, we don't blame, obviously collectively we don't. But with the Ruter and the Rodrigo and the Bamford-esque sort of thing, we can't all rely on them three to score our goals, and Nonto as well. It's a team effort, and it's just completely dried up across the board on it. So they all need to have a bit of a look at themselves in the mirror and give themselves a right good talking to.
Drier than a nun's chuff it is out there.
Crack on, let's crack on.
The final third has just become our problem area.
It's just pathetic.
There are no final balls. There's no shooting. The crosses are fucking useless. We're still
tells a story.
Corners at the first man, regardless.
It tells a story. I was looking earlier, and behind Rodrigo, our best goal scorers are Jimmy, Willie, and Cine. and I think they've got 3 each or 4 each. They're all joint.
Mad, isn't it?
You know,
and Harrison's been nowhere near.
Yeah, and neither has Paddy. You know, Paddy has played, but
Fucking Paddy.
you know, he's just not. So you know, we do need to be. You know, Aronson, I think he's only got 1, but he's played plenty of games in the 10 and on the right. So they have to be putting more in, because Rodrigo coming back. You know, we've seen the goal threat he's carried this season, but he's not going to be able to come back in and do it all on his own. He's going to be looking to set others up as well. So I think it'll be great to see him coming back into the squad and being an option from the bench is a positive, absolutely. But the others have got to start chipping in, carrying the weight.
Yeah, big time. Do you remember when we had 2 players on 4 goals, 4 games in a row each?
Yeah.
Feels like a different world, doesn't it?
It does.
Fucking hell. Somerville as well. I mean, he doesn't track back enough for me either. He's really frustrating me with how lazy he's coming across. Like, he don't want to get involved unless there's a ball to his feet to go forward with, and I don't like that. If he were scoring goals, banging them in, then I could accept that. But it's one of them things, isn't it, where you're not doing enough. It's going to get noticed if you're not performing.
Yeah.
No.
I think just before we move off that as well, you know, you mentioned Harrison, and he's not scored enough goals, and let's be honest, he's not played to his potential. He's not played well enough either.
No way.
But in terms of assists, he's got double anybody else. He's got 8 assists. Paddy's got 4, and nobody else is anywhere near. I think behind that is 2. So
but didn't he get most of those 8 in like the first part of the season?
Yeah, but even so, it just shows that we're not setting up and scoring enough goals. It's even with Rodrigo's goals in there and looking what assist people have got. You know,
he might have 8 assists, but he's fucking useless at the minute.
That's what I'm saying. He's playing poorly. I'm not saying he's playing well. I'm not saying that. I'm saying around the team, they all need to be improving on their goals and assists, because we're just not getting there.
I also think we need to start picking players based on their form. And Jack Harrison should be nowhere near that. Should be nowhere near a fucking corner flag. Should be nowhere near the first team. And nowhere
free
near a free
kicks.
kick. Yeah,
Fucking
no,
hell,
you know, I would rather play Sam Greenwood in at 10. He looked lively when he came on. Aronson looks better under Gracia. Now he's got a bit more direction. I think we've got enough options to leave Jack Harrison out. Is probably what I'm getting at the moment.
Yeah,
and who knows, a break might do him fucking good. And sometimes a player needs that. You know, when you're out of form, you're out of form.
Do you think his head's been fried from all that Leicester business?
You've muted,
you've gone.
You've disappeared.
He's not muted, but you cut off halfway through his sentence.
Yes.
Am I back?
Oh no, you're back.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
right,
back.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Do you guys think with Harrison, the whole Leicester thing's fried his brain a little bit?
It does seem to have been since that point that he's gone off the boil. So maybe it's hard to tell. You know, he's definitely one that blows hot and cold with form and confidence.
It was better for us on loan.
They said something about giving him a new contract when that didn't come off as well, and we haven't heard about that since.
Yeah.
Rumour is
would you be rushing to get him? Come in, office lad. Tell us what you want.
We'll double your salary, mate.
I'll just fuck off. I'll give you another bag of Skittles. Give you a bag of Skittles now. Get you sent out there and prove you're fucking worth your shit house.
Well, rumour is they tried to send him it, but it didn't get past first post.
Just on that, I think when it comes to free kicks and corners, you know, you've said you'd played Greenwood, and we've seen that Greenwood's got plenty of ability on set pieces.
Yeah.
But so was Rocker. But actually, when it comes to free kicks, when you look back, Verber smashes them. So do you know what? Get him on target and hit him hard.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised
he's had one. I remember him having one, and it just it hit the wall, but he was travelling.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, but you know, he's got
if
ability
in doubt,
to
give it a
smash
clout and knock some
exactly.
bugger out.
That was a good save, that mate.
But yeah, Greenwood, Rocker. I rate Rocker's delivery. It looks good on corners. So you know we don't have to be using Harrison and Aronson. And I don't understand why we still. You know,
there's other options. So...
I quite liked it at first because actually it looked like something might come out of it, and then it never did. And it's like, look, lads, just stop whispering to each other and fuck off and let somebody else take it.
Yeah, I know.
And there's 2 of them still have a ball. Like you see, it's like
when they do that little run forward and then run back.
One of them will step forward, and then we know what you're gonna do. We know what you're going to do. Surely fucking people who've been doing analysis on you for last week know that one of you, probably Aronson, isn't going to hit this ball. And then Harrison will do and point it straight to the fucking front post.
Yeah, or it'll go miles over. There's no in between.
I don't think I've ever seen him overhit a corner. I don't know if you've got it in him.
Oh, not a corner. I meant free kicks.
No, free kicks, fuck me.
Yeah.
Might as well just give it back to them.
Yeah, we started doing that. We started doing that short corner thing as well, aren't we? Sometimes now to a nearby man. That hasn't worked either.
No. I don't know how much of that is just desperation.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get it into danger area from a direct corner, so I'll just pass it to you and you can have a go instead.
Yeah,
we've got
a professional
McKenna, who's supposed to be the best one of the best headers ever ball that we've signed for some time, and you won't know because you don't get a fucking ball anywhere near his head. Although he got out by that little twerp at Chelsea twice at weekend, 1 foot goal.
Somebody mentioned in comments about our centre backs not scoring any goals. Why? Why
I can't remember the last
top
time
6'4"? It was Strike at end of last season. I was just trying to think about it. I can't remember once in Strike.
Was that when Joffrey crossed it?
It was set up by Joffrey, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the last one I remember. One of our defenders.
And to be fair, he played left back
anyway.
Nice little chip to him at back post. Noink.
Yeah, it was. Do you know what? He had to really throw himself at it, and Joffrey did well. But I can't remember anything coming from. Yeah, the only defender scored since then is Firpo.
Yeah, I mean, I remember back in the day we used to have Janssen, didn't we, going for out corners, and he used to get a few. Yeah. We don't do anything like that now. I don't know
imagine you in Air J.
Like you got
who's throwing him?
Nobody
touches a dwarf.
It'd be like a throw-in at rugby union, wouldn't it? Up.
Like a guy did missile me.
Throwing J ball.
I can imagine you're not very agile and can't jump that high.
Actually,
I don't know what they're called. What they're called? No, what I mean, they're throwing.
Hang on a minute. Did you hear that? Say that again, Jay.
I was one of the best at school at high jump. I was really good at it.
What, jumping off a fucking curb?
Mate, all I can tell you is I was good at it.
Doing a voluntary flop over a skid.
Like 11 or 12 when you won at tall ones and then everybody else?
No, this is high school. It's like 15.
They used to lay a sweeping brush across 2 cones. Just step over.
High jump's going over it. It's not limbo, going under it.
Oh, shit, mate. I think I might have got confused.
I'm not having that, though. I want to speak to somebody who you went to school with.
High jump. He's like Super Mario getting them mushrooms and coins.
When we used to do it in PE, I was good at it.
Is that the sort of noise you used to make as well, Jay?
Yeah, pretty much. Now I'm more like Wario jumping around going, hee hee, woohoo, hey.
What the fuck?
What is happening? Can we bring it back
All
to
right, well, I think that's about enough of that bit anyway. So we can move on to his main topic tonight. We've got 2, haven't we? We're gonna have a little discussion about the old season ticket renewals. We're gonna have a little discussion about the relegation situation. Smarty, I'm gonna let you pick which goes first.
Fucking hell. What are the options again? Season tickets and what?
And the relegation
prediction
situation.
Stuff. Fucking hell. Can you expect something a little bit more upbeat?
No, that's supposed to give us some confidence that we're staying up.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, lads. Let's have a race to see who bleeds out first from cutting their own fucking wrists, shall we? I'll go first.
Hey, I didn't pick this one. Blame Matt.
Oh God. Well, we might as well talk about the season tickets first, and then try and end on a positive after that. 'Cause, yeah. What are your thoughts on the season tickets issue, lads? Well, it's not an issue, is it? But yeah. Who wants to go first? This is basically going to be a conversation between Jay and Gilly, and me and Luke are just going to sit there.
No, hang on a minute. I'm not on my own on this.
Yeah, I'm sure you 2 have got opinions.
You might have to be, because I've got to be very careful what I say.
That's a fair point. I'll speak for us both. I just know that you're in my corner. There you go.
Okay.
And I'm firmly on the fence for a change.
Of course you are. Well, I mean, I said that I didn't think it were fair to increase the cost if we stay up when we've been watching this garbage and freeze it if we go down. I think it should be frozen this season if we stay up and reduced if we go down, personally. I just don't think that it represents value for money when you put it against the product we're getting. I don't think it stacks up. Yeah.
And I don't think that comes into it.
Have you written an Amazon review?
No, I tweeted Rads instead.
Give the chairman some abuse instead.
I didn't really. No, I think it's unfair to ask that of people in
why
cost of living crisis, because for some people,
hang on. hang on, let me expand the question because there's a cost of living crisis. So tell me about the cost of living crisis.
Oh, there we go.
See, I know where you're going to go with this.
What's the cost of living crisis, and how does this not impact the club as well?
So, for one thing, people are upset that energy firms put the prices up so high that they're making record profits while saying to the consumer, "You've got to pay for this." So, in that vein, how does a Premier League club not make enough money to budget in additional costs like that?
Well, they want to budget in additional costs like that because the economy's changed since the fact that they took out the agreement that they had with the energy company. So the RPI and the increases that are affecting people at home are affecting businesses in exactly the same way.
And how much extra do you think they might be paying?
Whatever the exact same extras is for people at home.
More than £1 million for the season?
Yeah, miles more.
Well, I don't know. It might... Give me what it cost for last season, and I'll tell you what I think it's increased to.
Well, we'll have to get Kieran on again for that. He might be.
If it's costing the average person £6,000 a year, say for instance, for electricity, and let's say 500 quid a month, around about between, even if you say 300 or 400, a football club of that size and start
with them lights.
Yeah, we'd be having a stab in the dark. But
it's after 9 now.
But yeah, I mean, we don't know exactly, but ultimately, I mean, my thoughts on this are very similar to Gilly's in that we should, it's cheaper now than ever it was under Bates, which was fucking 10, 15 years ago. Do you know? They think how much the economy has risen since then. I don't think we're in a bad. I don't think people want to hear it. I don't think people want to hear that they're going to be paying an extra 60 quid or whatever it is on top of the season ticket next year. But ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, how many years was it frozen for before that? That there was zero.
Oh yeah,
it's 12 years in it. There's been two rises in 12 years. But I think if you look at the RPI in January was 13%. So that's the retail price index. So the retail price index in January was 13%, and the rise is 10%. So they are sharing some of the burden of increased pricing with their customer base.
Yeah.
They're not passed it all on.
But my counter to that, Matt, is the 20-year season tickets are up. They're going to have an extra 2,000 seats sold this time. So that comes in averaging, say, £600 for a season
But they would have already budgeted for that. That's not additional money that they've... Yeah, but that's not additional money that they've not already considered.
But if they've not considered that, then have they not considered price rises as well and stuff like that?
You can plan for that. No, you can't factor in things that you have no idea are coming. They had no idea that Truss and Kamikaze were going to ruin the economy. You can't plan for that.
Let's not make this a number 10 podcast, lads.
But you have to have a contingency. You have to have an overspill
for how much
things do go south.
Right, okay. If you have to have that, then why are people struggling with the bills? Because that's bullshit.
I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about companies.
No, but businesses are affected in exactly the same fucking way.
But the club has an extra £1.2 million coming in that they've not had for the last 20 years. That should go towards offsetting.
Which they've already budgeted for. Which that's predictable. They have. It's predictable. They already knew that was coming.
Jay, what he's trying to say is that... It's a moving
market, though. You can't have everything concrete. You can't predict stuff 100%.
Well, you can predict that 10 years.
20 years.
You can predict
that 20 years ago.
Yeah, but that's not the case. Those people are not at the club.
It was part of the finances. That will have been taken into account in the financial forecast.
It will now, yeah.
Listen,
so they should be using that.
Let me go around. Let me go around and ask you all a question. Do you think you get good value for your season ticket, Jay?
I actually do, to be fair. I going to games, but
you sold out. No, you sold.
No, I haven't. I don't think it's good value with it. I don't think it's good value with an increase.
Oh fuck me!
What it is now, I think, is about right.
No, so you don't think you get good value next year if we stay up. You don't think you get good value?
No.
So let me ask you again: are you renewing next year?
I'll have to because I've got no bloody choice. I have to be there to watch them games, whether I like it or not.
Would you go to the shop?
The club knows
that. You go to the shop and buy an onion that was £3 if you needed an onion?
Probably not, because I'm not passionate
Because
about
it's not
onions.
good
Luke.
value for money.
It's not the thing that I live for.
I don't know why I went down the onion road.
Hello,
Anyway,
just welcome to the national debate.
shall we move on?
We're having lots of fun.
Absolutely not. There's people struggling out there who going to
I
Leeds
agree.
games is the only thing.
Do you know what,
they
right?
spend their money on.
Club don't give a
And
fuck whether
adding-
you're struggling or not.
No, they
they
don't.
know that they'll be able to
But
sell a
adding an
season
increase-
ticket at
22,000
550 quid,
people on that
600
season
quid,
ticket,
and
aren't
fucking bumholes like me and you who can't
Yeah,
afford.
of course
They
we
don't
will,
give a
'cause we're
fuck about you,
fucking
just a
idiots.
number.
Who
If you don't
can't
like it, there's
afford?
door. Get your fucking.
Man-
and
the
obviously,
smart
you'll be able to
manner.
walk through a cat flap. You'll be able to walk through a cat flap, Jay. No, I can afford it. I don't mind. I expect it. I'm not bothered. I don't give a fuck.
The
It is what
rinse
it is.
you for
Yours
a
is
pint
cheaper
of
than
piss.
anybody
the
else's
club-
anyway.
But the
The
club,
rinse you
the
for a
club
pint
is,
of
I
piss.
don't know how.
They sell,
'cause I'm like-
they sell pizzas for a tenner that are like a
Carl.
disc of cardboard.
Nobody's making you buy stuff
you
in
don't
the
have to
club.
buy
That's,
it.
that's the club losing out. If
Yeah,
they
I get that, Luke,
if they
but
made
it's
the
a
match
piss
day
take
experience
still,
better,
if they're
they'd
gonna
be more
put prices
profitable.
like that and stuff. That's the thing. You can't just go saying, "Oh, it's been shit this year, lads. It's been fuck."
It want me.
Weren't me.
It want me.
I think he's done it
That's
himself.
fucking pathetic, mate.
Were that you?
That's fucking pathetic.
It want me.
Anyway,
It
you
wasn't
can't
me.
go rinsing people.
I'm not,
and
it
then
wasn't me.
banging prices
I'm playing
up
with my new
willy-nilly.
travel
suites.
that I got from Amazon
Piss
this
off with
evening.
that. It's. I
Travel
just think
suites.
it's.
Remember them?
I
Did you
just
ever as a
think
kid?
it's.
Look, you used to look like a
Oh
family
my
of
God.
crackheads when powder used to open them.
Jesus Christ.
And you used to eat them on a plane to make you stop your
Yeah.
ears popping.
Me ears
I
are
think
hurting,
it's-
Dad.
I
Yeah,
think
get one of
it's
these travel
harsh.
suites down, your son.
I think it's
That'll sort you
harsh
out.
to increase the price. I think with what we've watched this season, it's out of order to ask more of us. They've had our support. We've given them everything we've got. We're watching shite football. We still turn up. We still buy the shit. We still renew the fucking tickets. I think it's out of order to ask us for extra. I just do. I think there are people who are really struggling. Bills have gone fucking crazy.
They
People
don't give a
can't
fuck about
afford
that,
to
though.
go out and do stuff anymore, but they still scrape what they've got to buy a season ticket to watch that shite. And the club's
When there's
taking the
20,000
piss.
people on
Point
a
out.
season ticket waiting list that will quite happily fucking shift you aside and
course they
take the
will.
fucking ticket from you, the club are just going to go, well, yeah, fair enough.
Of course
I'll
they
take
will.
I'll
But
take
some
that
of them
guy's
people
money.
on that
Could have
list
gone
will
to-
also
What the fuck
be-
about you?
Some of them people on that list
After all
will
this
also be
time, I
effective.
can't believe
They won't
that
be able to buy
people,
one
some
now.
people think, oh, the board should think about all those wonderful Leeds fans that are
Look at this.
To think
Look
about
at
our
that.
wills. They don't
I
give a
think
fuck
the
about
board
that.
have thought of that.
Look
I
at
think
exactly
the board have
Charge
thought-
them more money. Okay.
not gone
That's
25%.
exactly what we'll do.
And they could have.
Yeah.
If
Look
we'd
at-
have been
look
still
at
in
the-
Championship watching the fucking dross that we used to have to watch, and they charge you an extra, I don't know, 40, 50, you'd pay it all fucking day long, but now, for some reason, we're in Premier League and we're having to watch shit football. Oh, they can't possibly do that. Of course they fucking can. It's their club. They can do whatever they fucking want.
I
Yeah,
think
Everything's
it's
going
they
up.
can do what they
Everything's
want. The
going
problem
up.
is, it's like
Luke's
there's a
been trying to
balance.
speak for about half an hour.
Fredo's will be fucking £5 soon.
There's a
That's the
balance
real
between-
tragedy. Fredo's a fiver.
Fuck, mate.
What the
There's a
fuck?
balance between being a football club and a business and a community hub.
It's no community. They don't give a fuck. It's a business.
they
they don't give a
don't,
shit about
but
that.
they should.
They don't give
No,
a shit
I
about you,
genuinely-
Jay.
I think they do. I think they do, and that's why they've
Oh,
only
you can
gone
fucking
10%.
shut up, you.
Imagine, Jay. You feel like you've been put over a bit of a barrel here by the club, don't you? Look,
That's it.
look,
Dry bummed.
what? So,
there's-
what have you done about? What have you done about it? You've
What
got
can
to
I do
renew.
about
You're
it?
going to renew. Do you know what I mean?
He's
It's
written
you
a
don't have
strongly
to
worded
renew.
email.
Your
Send
your
it to
energy
myself.
your energy costs have been increased dramatically more than you seem to. And you can't do anything about that. Have you voiced that?
can't,
Have you
no.
voiced anything about
I've
that?
just had a thought. Have you ever
I've
seen
just stopped
Father
paying
Ted
it,
when
Luke, they can go
Dougal,
bollocks.
when they both stood outside with a picket line with down with that sort of thing?
Down with
There'll be
this
him and
sort of
fucking
thing.
Carl sat outside Elland Road. Down with the prices. Down with that sort of thing. It's fucking terrible.
That's the thing. I mean, you know,
Just go and sit outside Rad's
Oh,
office.
the Penny Podcast Dodger. Where is he?
you can decide
Lower the
not to
season
go.
ticket prices. Rads, you
And-
shit house.
Is
If
that
you're
Jay?
If you're coming from a position where you can afford nice stuff and you can buy stuff like that, you can do that, and it doesn't.
Yeah,
affect
right.
you
I'm going to ask
massively.
you a simple question.
You've
yeah?
got a
And you're
different
gonna- and
outlook
you're
to
gonna
someone
answer-
who's
and you're
putting
gonna answer it
everything they've
honestly.
got into
Right.
it.
One simple
It
question.
is different depending on where
Are you
you're coming
renewing?
from.
Are you
Yes,
renewing?
Luke, because I've got no fucking choice.
And can you afford to pay it up front?
Ooh. It may have to be in a couple of halves.
He's going to struggle. If anyone's here, you subscribe to Jay's Only Cans. You can do with the extra finances.
I think it will probably be a case of
Onlyhawks.com.
sticking some money aside this month and putting the rest of next month because
Like some Orc and
it's
Urukai porn.
It's a lot at once. Last year, I paid
Right,
it up front.
let's
straight
fucking
away.
move on from this because it's done my tits in.
All right, well, if we're gonna just be the voice of the fucking Tories,
There's no right and wrong answer.
bang everything up and
Voice of the
say whatever they fucking ask. It's fine.
No, it's the Tories that should be getting the shit, but I think we're trying to move away from the politics of it, Jay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come
on then, Jay. Fucking move it on, you little
let's
bastard.
Let's get into the old relegation dogfight and what we're doing then. Luke, since you wanted to say stuff but didn't get to talk for ages, you can start us off. How do you see it going?
That's a first. I tell you what, usually I'm like a dog with a bone. I'm much more relaxed now. I'm not having any caffeine or alcohol. I give people chances. I get 2 chances now.
He's having his clean month and his little pufter.
7 days. I'm a little clean month with a little pufter. Did you just say?
That's the bloke in the cellar.
Fucking hell,
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Someone called it a pufter earlier, and my eyes raised. I thought,
I called it
to
a
the fucking
puffer.
rocks there.
Not a puffer.
Puffer.
That was your word, not mine. Don't anybody go back to find out who said it, because I called it a puffer.
Jesus Christ.
He's a puffer.
Evan Rich from the Everton fan base, thank you for joining us.
Times must be hard over there if you're coming and listening to us. Fuck me.
And he's on the waiting list at Everton. Imagine.
I wonder what they're paying.
Fair play to you, mate.
Just out of interest, Rich, how much is the average season ticket at Everton? Just out of interest, really. If you do know, just pop it in the comments for us. Relegation dogfight. I think Gilly's got something to.
I have, yeah. So basically, what I've done is I've taken Palace, Wolves, Forest, Leicester, West Ham, Leeds, Everton, Southampton, and Bournemouth remaining fixtures. What I'm going to do,
when you did this, didn't you?
I'm going to be
absolutely.
I'm going to be whizzing through, and what I want from you, what I'll do, I'll go through Palace's fixtures, and I just want each of you to give me the number of points you think they're going to pick up between now and end of season. So I'm just going to whiz through their predictions. I don't want to spend time talking about every game because we'll be here for fucking hours. So I just want to know how many points you think they're going to get out of it. So you can tally it up, write it down, put it on notepad, do whatever you want. But if we just whiz through them, then I'll just get the averages, and then we can work it out from there as a podcast what we think somebody's going to end up on at the end of the season. So if you're ready, I'm going to make a start. So we'll start with Palaces.
Go on.
So they've got.
Are you all right, Smarty?
What are you doing now?
Yeah, sorry, the laptop just nearly shut itself. It went low power. I forgot to turn it on.
So, and I'm going to give you whether it's home or away.
Okay.
So they've Man City at home, they've Brighton away, they've Arsenal away, they've Leicester at home. Am I going too quick?
Yes, start again.
So Crystal Palace, they've Man City at home.
Yeah.
Brighton away.
Yeah.
Arsenal away.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Leicester at home.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Leeds away.
Yeah.
Southampton away.
Yeah.
Everton at home.
Yeah.
Wolves away.
Yeah.
West Ham at home.
Yeah.
Spurs away.
Mm-hmm.
Bournemouth at home. Fulham away. Forest at home.
They're getting 17 points.
I've forgotten my abacus.
13.
You went 13, Jay.
Yeah.
It's Matty.
He's just getting his
I've got
tiddlywinks
15.
out and doing a
I've got
count.
15. So
The average
I
is
went
15.
I'm losing
19
my
from
toes.
them. So the average from all of us
16.
was 16 points.
Okay.
So
Can I be
Wolves
excused for a
next.
second? Carry on. I just need to blow my snout.
no, you
Sorry,
can't be
David.
excused for a second. We
can
need
still
all
hear
of
you.
us. It's the only bit of the entire podcast that needs all of us to do it.
Do you reckon he has like
He's off.
industrial sized tissues for his head?
He uses kitchen roll, but normal people use tissue.
Oh God, if you think about it, yeah, because
I
where
use
it comes
Post-it
from is in
notes.
your sinuses, and just think how tall his sinuses are. Anyway, he's back now.
Fucking like Twin Towers, they are. I just blow on.
Right, we're doing Wolves
curtains like I do a lot of things.
Right,
lads.
Wolves next. Let's go.
Right.
Wolves, Newcastle away, Leeds at home, Forest
Christ.
away, Chelsea at home, Brentford at home, Leicester away, Palace at home, Brighton away, Villa at home, Scum away, Everton at home, Arsenal away. So from their 12 games, they're getting
12 points.
11.
Lucky
So
number
Luke's saying
13. 12.
I'm saying
Jay's
11.
saying 11. Smarty's saying 13.
Yeah.
I said 11. That gives us a pod average of 11.75, so we made that 12.
12.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that our viewers are dropping through the fucking. We owe fucking viewers.
It's like listening to
We're getting involved.
football results, isn't it?
Yeah. Go on, get in.
Well,
there.
the quicker I go, the better. So all you need to do is write down 0, 1, or 3, or just 1 or 3. It doesn't really matter.
I'm just
as long
using
as
a
you can
tally
add it up.
chart.
Yeah,
Back to
that'll
school.
do.
Back to school.
Right,
To
Forest.
nil.
Let's get through it all.
Come on then.
Spurs away, Newcastle at home, Wolves at home, Leeds away, Villa away, Scum at home, Liverpool away, Brighton at home, Brentford away, Southampton at home, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, Palace away.
7.
Fucking hell.
8.
I've got
gave him
7
8.
as well.
Go on,
Right.
Smy. Represent.
Gives us a pod average of 7.5, so we'll give them 8.
Season ticket holders with the same sort of vision there. Lovely stuff.
We'll keep going. We'll keep going. Keep focused. Try and get through this. Leicester next. Chelsea at home.
Leicester. Can you say how it's properly pronounced for your American viewers?
Leicester.
Leicester.
Right, I'm trying to get through it. So Leicester.
Switch.
It's Chelsea at home, Brentford away, Palace away, Villa at home, Bournemouth at home, Man City away, Wolves at home, Leeds away, Everton at home, Fulham away, Liverpool at home, Newcastle away, West Ham at home.
11.
11.
I've got 12.
Oh,
Well, that's 11 then. I went 11 as well.
there we go.
So this is for West Ham.
Are you using the mode there, are you?
Yes.
Not the mean or the median.
Not the mean, not the median. We've got an asterisk against West Ham because they're still in the Europa League, so they've got 2 more games there, but we're leaving them aside. So we've got Villa at home, Southampton
West Ham,
at home. West Ham, yeah. Villa at home, Southampton at home, Newcastle at home. Fulham away, Arsenal at home, Bournemouth away, Liverpool at home, Palace away, Scum at home, Brentford away, Leeds at home, Leicester away.
8.
Leeds at home.
10.
9.
Oh, I went high on that. I gave him 12. I went 9. Luke went 10. So the pod average there is 9.75. So that's 10. So Leeds.
Oh, shite.
Shit the fucking bed.
We've got
There we go.
13 games. We have a possible 39 points. We've got Brighton at home, Wolves away, Arsenal away, Forest at home, Palace at home, Liverpool at home, Fulham away, Leicester at home, Bournemouth away, Man City away, Newcastle at home, West Ham away, Spurs at home.
15.
18.
I've got 13.
I got 10.
Pessimistic fuckers.
Mate, we're shit. We're fucking gash, mate.
That gives us an average of 14.
I'm liking Danny's one here.
The second highest so
39.
far. 39 out of 39. We're the second highest so far, and bear in mind, every club that we've done
That's
so
right.
far are above us in league.
Skip says Leeds 16.
We are fucked out.
Right.
Andy's
We are now
saying
looking at the
16.
bottom 3.
Oh, God.
Everton first. Brentford at home.
This one's for you, Rich.
Chelsea away. Spurs at home. Scum away. Fulham at home. Palace away. Newcastle away. Leicester away. Brighton away. Man City at home. Wolves away. Bournemouth at home.
They've got a fucking horrible running, haven't they?
They,
They
got a
have,
pretty
and
shit
that's
fucking
4 away fixtures in a row.
I want to say 5, but I'm going to say 7 because they'll probably win one at games. I think they'll draw.
7.
I said 6.
I said 6.
I've given him a little 3 just because I felt bad.
No.
No. On one of the games, I've given him a little 3. Okay. I've actually got him at 9 points, but
there's no room for sentiment here.
I think between 6 and 7 points.
I think
right. You've given me 3 different numbers, Smarty. Just give me one number.
I'll give you 7.
They'll end up getting a point against Scum for some reason because they always seem to
I've got them as a point against Scum.
Yeah, they always seem to trick them up.
7 points for them on average.
And
right, we'll keep going because we've only two left.
Ten Hag versus Ten Hagard.
Southampton then. Scum away. Brentford at home. Spurs at home. West Ham away. Man City at home. Palace at home. Arsenal away. Bournemouth at home. Newcastle away, Forest away, Fulham at home, Brighton away, Liverpool at home.
They've got a fucking terrible running as well.
I thought I would ash on fucking Everton and Forest.
4.
Maybe going
Bournemouth because it's
Luke, did you say 6 then?
Yeah, 6.
They may beat Bournemouth.
Bearing in mind, if they actually get this, those numbers, they'll be record-breaking numbers.
6. So what are you saying, Marty? I gave them 3.
Fucking hell.
So their average is 5.
Giving and hoping they only get 3.
And
most
the last
where
game,
you live only have to put one hand up for that number. So
no, not where he lives. He lives in Dewsbury now. He's from Batley.
You know what
that's
I mean.
right, actually. I'm from Dewsbury. I lived in Batley because it's nicer.
It's fine. I'm from Leeds.
I'm from Morley.
Right, Bournemouth. Let's get it done.
Go on.
Liverpool at home.
Yeah.
Villa away. Fulham away. Brighton at home. Leicester away. Spurs away. West Ham at home. Southampton away. Leeds at home. Chelsea at home. Palace away. Scum at home. Everton away.
5.
I've given 5.
I'm stuck between 5 and 6 here.
I've got 8.
8.
Because they do play quite a few lower end of the table teams there.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of them actually.
They do, but I gave most of them points against Bournemouth.
Thing is, yeah,
I'm going 5.
They'll start winning, and then they'll lose because that's what they're doing it.
That's an average of 5.75, so that gives them 6. So talk amongst yourselves while I just sort out the order.
You ready?
Come on, Gilly. Get that hamster turning.
I'm right. I'm not doing it myself. I'm writing a Excel. I'm in a spreadsheet. I'm getting Excel.
He's fucking well excited. Look, he's smiling. Look at his smile. Oh, fucking hell, spreadsheet.
Do you think you'd be able to do PowerPoint presentations on StreamYard, Gilly?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see you doing a PowerPoint for us one day.
I think looking at just from hearing those fixtures out loud, I feel a lot more confident in the chances of staying up.
And I know the fact that we're starting from outside the relegation zone.
I know we've all been probably a little bit more optimistic for Leeds because we're Leeds fans naturally, but yeah, I mean, looking at that, we should be finishing 13th, 14th, I think, something like that, based on current points and points total. So it is just a case of getting something to click. If we can start getting some goals, I don't have any issues with us picking up another 15 points.
I feel like as soon as we win a game, it's going to open floodgates and it's going to change something.
Jay.
I really do. So. I really do. And I hope it's at home because I want to be there to fucking cheer them off and clap the fuckers for doing it.
Cheer them off, like they're going to fucking what?
Goodbye, my love.
Get the fucking bugle out.
What? This isn't that sort of show, Jay. I just told you I'm doing cold turkey.
It's after Watershed, Luke. Anything goes now.
All right.
Apart from
Bournemouth for not finishing on 8. Hang on. Someone's gone wrong here. Oh, no, that's right. Right. So that leaves us with...
Undo.
Bottom is Southampton. Second from bottom is Bournemouth. And then it's Everton. So Southampton on 26, Bournemouth on 27, Everton on 29, West Ham on 33, Forest on 34, Leicester on 35. Us on 36.
No, 15
Wolves
points
on
on top. 15 points we got, didn't we? On top of 22 is 37, isn't it?
When you're right, you're right.
Spreadsheet's wrong.
When you need Carol Vorderman.
No, we did 14. Our average was 14.
Our average, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Spreadsheet is right. Never in doubt, Gilly.
It's never wrong. It's never wrong.
So us on 36, then Wolves on 39 and Palace on 43.
Excellent. Wow. So we're all optimistic then.
I wonder what odds are.
So can we end the season there then?
Well, let's just do that. Yeah.
Stop the count. I mean, hey, listen. If that's what comes off, I'll be well fucking pleased. But I'll take 17th. I don't care as long as we stay.
I'd snap your hand off.
You'll still be there loud and proud with your fucking expensive season ticket, what are you, Jay?
That's right, mate. I'll be fucking waving my phone around with my Google Wallet up and going, "You bastards!"
Jay wants us to get relegated, so he gets his 10% back.
I fucking don't. Like. I fucking don't. I can't watch that again. I don't want to go back.
Give me 60 quid back, Raj, you twat.
I don't want to go back.
Jay, were you a season
ticket? He's only giving it off
when,
next season ticket anyway, wouldn't he?
When Chilino refunded everyone, did you take your money then as well, Jay?
Do you know what? I remember paying the pie tax. I didn't get refunded. I didn't have a season ticket then, though, so that'll be why.
Right.
I came when we got good.
I did.
Nah, I came when I think Gary Monk was
giving it up.
I can't remember.
When we just signed Janssen when I got mine.
He gave you it, didn't he?
Yeah,
Did you win it?
Won a radio air competition.
Yeah,
got a pair of season tickets paid for by Pontus Janssen. I'll never let you see photos of me stood next to him. I'll tell you that much.
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Right. Fucking right.
Smart.
Here we go. Here we fucking go. Here we go, lad.
I had long hair tied back as well. I looked terrible.
You look like fucking a shit Nicolas Cage.
Pretty much, mate, yeah. Pretty much.
With his face off.
Yeah, basically. Fuck me.
Oh,
right, I think it's time to move on from that bit anyway and get on
well, we've nearly done an hour and considering
I know, yeah. We're going to have to.
I mean, fuck it. I mean, it's an absolute, it's a classic. Mr. Distinguished.
Hey, I tell you what, when that apple
comes it from his ass, Luke.
Hey, hang on a minute. If we're showing photos of us from years back,
steady.
Oh yeah, we've got a good one.
Do it, Gilly. Now is the time, especially after this weekend's result. I think it's a perfect time to get that out.
He's laughing out of the side of his face now.
I'm finding this picture of you.
He's worried.
Well, we have to end there, Smarty. Sorry, good night.
Wait.
Oh, geez.
You keep talking. You boys keep talking. I'll find it.
Gilly is thunderhead.
Just got to embrace it. What can you do? Fuck's sake. Yeah, I don't even know what we're fucking talking about. Next game, Brighton. We're going to have to get on with this now. At least I don't have to have an auto.
Looks like an old Chesney Hawks.
I don't think he ever had hair like that.
Did exactly like that.
Nah.
Not ginger.
Nah,
there's some serious fucking blue steel going on in some of these pictures of yours.
Oh, it's just how it is, mate. You know,
don't get the microphone picture out. Whatever you do.
Hey, it's a family show.
But he's selling a wardrobe, I seem to recall.
The chest and drawers.
Like one of them fucking Facebook posts about fucking gum
mirrors.
Selling
mirrors pages.
Oh, Jesus. Right, next game.
It's an inside joke.
Brighton. Let's talk about Brighton. Some of them would probably like the microphone pick.
Your little Clemmage dangling. In a little
hey, I'll tell you what, do you remember when that apple going round that changed you to a woman? I looked really fit on that.
Here we go. I fucking found it, look. Here we go.
Oh, God, here we go.
There he is.
Oh.
I mean, Pontus Jansson's only 6 foot. I mean, that says a lot, doesn't it? Look.
Get it in, get it in the thingy. Get it in the brand so we can put it on the screen.
And this was the night my podcasting career finished.
Bless you. It's not that bad, Jay.
Oh,
right then, Brighton, motherfuckers.
No wonder she left me, is it? Fucking hell.
Oh, fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Christ, that got a bit deep, didn't it?
We're going to do some counselling
when I
after
look
this.
like that.
This is my counselling, mate. Honestly, if this doesn't fucking toughen me up, no, it will.
Do it again, Gilly.
That
Right,
hairstyle's
Brighton.
class.
Fucking move on, Smarty. It ain't coming back. Oh, he missed that.
He's missed it.
He missed it. He'll have to watch back now.
Look at
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
This is like me and Smarty's podcasting career.
Thank yous.
Oh, no, not the crankies. I'm trying
Jimmy
to say that.
Cranky.
Which one was Jay? What? Him or Pontus? You not tell the difference.
There's a good 2 foot difference.
Luke Chadwick's
Cheers.
child.
Cheers for that. Cheers for that. I don't look like I've been in a fight with a cheese grater yet, mate, so it's a bit early for that one.
Do you know what? He's actually a really nice guy, Luke Chadwick.
You have to be when you look like that.
Have you met him?
No,
Have you got a story about that?
No, but
Yeah, he
funny
once
enough,
went to his dry cleaners and got some
I am
stuff
going
done by him.
to see Hal Robson Canu on Thursday, actually.
Is his old man going to be there?
Yeah, David.
Jesus Christ. This podcast, why are any
Come
of
on,
you
Jay.
people watching?
Jay, we're waiting for you.
I've tried to move us on 6 times. You lot can get fucked. Right. Brighton.
Put it together
Let's
now.
talk about that. Come on. Let's be professional here just a little bit. I know it's difficult, but, lads in a pub. So we've got Brighton next, and they're on a bit of a flyer, and we're not. We're shit. So what we're all expecting, what we're hoping for, who do we expect to play, various things. We'll have a little quick run around the room. Luke, you can kick us off, mate. Go on. With your caffeine-free, clear vision.
Yeah, look, they've come off a massive win, but then I think were they beaten 4-0 the week before? So they won 4-0 and then lost 4-0 the week before at West Ham, was it?
West Ham won.
West Ham did fucking hammer
last
somebody,
week
yeah.
4-0, didn't they?
Did they beat Brighton
West Ham-
4-0?
It wasn't Brighton, were it?
No.
No, Brighton won 4-0 though, didn't they?
I'm going to have to look now.
I can't remember. Anyway, Brighton,
Brighton
look a
lost
good side.
before that. Brighton lost the
thought-
game before the West Ham game. I can't remember who against.
Anyway, I think we'll be in real trouble if people like Crescencio Somerville do not track back against that. Is it Minamito? Whatever he's called. Their left winger.
Minamito.
Is
Yeah,
it
they beat
Minamito?
West Ham. They beat West Ham
Mitoma.
4-0.
Yeah,
Mitoma.
yeah, Mitoma.
No, he said before that.
Oh, yeah, he did,
All
yeah.
that.
No, they lost to Stoke in Cup and they lost to Fulham at home.
Lost to Fulham 1-0. Then the next week, the game against Newcastle were postponed because of...
That's right. It was West Ham who lost 4-0 and then won the 4-0 the week before, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. So an 8-goal swing.
Yeah.
They smashed somebody and then got beat 4-0 off our next opponents. Yeah, that's good. That,
Yeah.
isn't
So
it?
Imagine going to a match on a high like that and then you get totally fucked. You'd just be like soul destroyed, wouldn't you?
You won't have, yeah. So yeah, I think a lot is they're gonna need to work hard. They're a very athletic side. They're well drilled, and I think we've got it in us to get a result. I mean, previous results and meetings between the two aren't in our favour. I think we've only won 2 out of the last 10 or something in the leagues against Brighton. So yeah, I'm confident that we can get something out of it. I think we should be going for all 3 points at home. But no, I'd be happy with a point, I think, against a good Brighton side at this point.
Hang on, hold the press. Here he is. Here he is. He's always with us in spirit. Always. Oh, you rotten bastard!
How's your tato chips?
You fucking horrible bastard.
Apparently, Tato are the best in the world, aren't they?
I've never had one.
So people
I
say. So people say. Smarty, are you going to jump in or is Luke going to carry on? I don't know. We've diverted.
I'm confused. Who's Carly Tosser? Is that our Carl?
That's Carl.
Yeah, he's changed his name, hasn't he?
That's a shit house.
He's hiding from authorities again.
He's on the run. Fuck me, in my opinion. Yeah, I think we're going to get fucked. I think we're going to lose probably about 3-1.
Solly March as well. They've got some good players, haven't they?
Do you think we're going to get absolutely whitewashed by him?
Yeah, I think we're going to get absolutely dicked, yeah. I think Brighton are a good team. I think we're shit. We can't score, they can. I think it's probably going to be all about our defence and how well we play defensively on Saturday. I think we're going to get absolutely bummed. And there's my delightful insight for the weekend.
Fair enough, mate. Very much valued. Gilly, what are you saying?
I tell you what, it was a very thoughtful insight, and it went to a lot of detail.
I think
he's a bit of a wordsmith.
I think Luke's called out most of it. If you look at, the only other one, won World Cup, didn't he, is McAllister in middle. But the way that Mitoma has been playing really well, he's been in good form. I think if you look at their fullbacks, they'll get at us. So Lamptey's somebody that we'd been linked with. But Estepinian on the other side's playing well this season as well. And they've got two big shithouses in middle. So we're not going to get anything in air at all in attack. So I think but for me, it's Mitoma that's the danger one. I think Caicedo and McAllister will make him tick in midfield, but it's Mitoma that's the danger man. And I don't expect him to stay. I think he's probably going to be the next big move. So if they've got one, we talked about adopting the Leicester model. Well, Brighton are the ones that have done it right, aren't they? When Leicester were good, they were selling one big player a season. Well, Brighton have got that right.
Yeah.
So the sale of one big player, they did Ben White and then they did Cucurella. And it means that they're not forced to sell any of their star players.
Caicedo as well.
And they've recruited so well that they've not missed any of those players.
Yeah. So, but I think you looked at Potter going to Chelsea, and I was looking at that and thinking, that could pull them into an issue. But De Zerbi's gone in there, and they've not skipped a beat at all. In fact, they've probably got better.
Like nothing ever happened.
They've
probably got better.
They've improved
since he went. So, and
having said that, first game of the season, I think it was it down there? We played them away. One of the first away day of the season, definitely. We probably could have got something from that game. I mean, it was early doors for them, and we had a lot of adrenaline still running from staying up and everything else. But I felt we weren't that bad. What did we lose? 1-0 down there.
I can't even remember that far back.
Can't remember.
I was there. I was there. I got booted up arse by a Brighton fan for pretending to be a dog and grabbing his legs. So honestly, this is what happened. I grabbed his legs and went. When you're walking down to the train platform, it sort of goes back on itself, and he had these big stupid flares on. So I was absolutely stinking drunk. And
you can't help yourself.
No way.
Jumped up, grabbed both his legs, and went. He run down. He run down and fucking put his boot right up my ass.
So anyway, you are right. We got beat 1-0 off them. So just had a look. We got beat 1-0 off them. It was the 27th of August. Feels like a lifetime ago.
It does. It feels like a different
season's gone well slow.
That when we were half decent as well under Jesse.
Yeah. Yeah.
They probably just bamboozled them and they just didn't know what to do, and now
they probably didn't have a fucking clue. No,
they were celebrating moments back then.
There were moments to celebrate back then.
Yeah.
I think you look across their side. They're not a side that scores a lot of. I mean, I know I'm saying this when they've just thumped somebody 4-0. But if you look against their top scorers, I don't think any of them are in double figures. And they're not. There's not one obvious. I've called out Mitoma as the one to watch, and I think he is. But there isn't one person that if you stop them, it stops them playing. I think that they're just a strong side.
Effort, isn't it? Everything they do.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be really tough to get anything out of it.
The problem we've got with them as well, Gilly, for me, is they've got players that aren't afraid to have a shot from well outside the area. Mm-hmm. And we look at the goals we've conceded at Fulham. Which Meslier weren't at fault, they were worlders, but if you have enough shots, one of them's going to go in. So I think that's a big concern of mine. They've got some confidence behind them coming off the back of a 4-0 win. Confidence breeds confidence, doesn't it? And similarly on the other side of the coin, negativity breeds negativity. So if you're not winning games, it's hard to get out of that rut. And whereas if you are winning and scoring a lot, I mean, the odds are against us, home or not, I feel.
What do you think of that? Skip saying our set pieces against Dunk and Veltman are going to be pointless. We can't beat anyone, so
it's basically like it'd be basically like against Everton putting a cross in the air against two centre backs that have played for England and made a living off headering a ball. It's absolutely pointless. You might as well work on something completely different.
Yeah,
keep possession, play a short pass, and then people have been moaning that we haven't had a shot. But
it doesn't matter who we play. We're not going to get anything against them. You know, we don't have the players that can take advantage of a ball that's put in on an angle in the air for somebody to go and win a header against. When you're playing up against people like that, we just don't have that personnel in our squad.
I'd rather see us try something like, if they're going to do, say, the short corner that they've been trying, like rather than try and ping it in, have someone running towards the edge of the D, get it to them, let them have a go. It can't be any worse.
I just had to check because Veltman didn't play at weekend. It was Duncan Webster, but equally, still a big shithouse that came in and did the same job.
One big shithouse for another. Yeah. We're going to have to start having a pop. This trying to get it in box and shoot from 6 yards isn't working.
Actually, Veltman came on for Lamptey, but it was after only 16 minutes. I wonder if Lamptey's injured.
That'd be nice. Nice. He's dropped off a little, hasn't he? But he's still a threat.
Oh, he's a great player.
They were 4-0 up, and they brought on Welbeck for Estepinian. Well, Estepinian's a full-back. They didn't take the foot off pedal at all.
That's the kind of football you want to see. It's like
it was Welbeck scored against us, wasn't it? The scum bastard, actually. It was a great wish.
Always does, doesn't it? Him or Mumpai, but he's not there now, so that's all right. So, would we be happy with a point against Brighton? I would.
I think it'd be a nice start. I'd want to win. I expect to win, but really, the optimist says go for the 3 points. Try and the Brightons of the world, if without football, just football club stature and everything, they're the sort of teams that we should be beating and competing against year on year.
Yeah.
Now, they've been back in the league, and they've invested well. They have got a better side than us. They probably have got a better side than us on paper, but they're just better drilled. They've had better coaching over the last year or two. Since Potter, pretty much. So, well, apart from obviously when Marcelo was here, but I think these sorts of games should be our battles in a general season.
Absolutely.
Obviously, position in the table doesn't suggest that this year. So why not have a go? I'd rather go for 3 points.
You're all right there, Smarty, having a little chuckle.
Yeah. I can't remember which Looney Tunes fucking character it is, but it's when they go Elmer
Fudd.
We're talking. Is it Elmer Fudd?
That's all, folks.
Yeah, that's all, folks.
Fucking hell, man.
Sorry, mate.
It was pesky.
I just had a little chuckle to myself.
All right, well, we've gone on for fucking ages tonight, so I'll speed us up a bit. I'm just going to go around room and ask who you'd put up front if Bamford's fit. So, Smarty, who would you pick against Brighton?
Traffic cone.
Head steward.
Yeah, someone with a reflective coat. If Bamford's fit, Bamford starts.
Okay. Gilly?
James.
Luke?
If Bamford's fit, he still doesn't start.
You start Ruta.
Controversial.
Yeah.
I'm going with Ruta. I think looking at where we are right now.
Fucking hell, bit harsh, boys. Jesus Christ, I know what we're on.
Fucking
looking at where we are right now, I think he's the
Still got
future.
his puffer. Still hard. He looks hard because he's got a puffer.
Yeah, I think Ruta's the future, and I think we should try and bring him in. If
I get your
Bamford was
argument,
scoring,
Jay, but we
obviously.
don't need the future now. I just think he's a bigger attacking threat.
No, I get you. We can't afford to try and develop potential when we need goals, but I don't think Bamford's bringing the goals at the moment, so I think he has to play. And it might do Bamford good to have a little break, but we'll see. Unless he goes 2 up top and does what Liam says, play both players.
I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more of attacking. And somebody mentioned earlier on, I don't remember who it was actually, so apologies, but somebody mentioned that this is Gratch's first full week with the team training.
Comments.
Obviously, we were down in the comments. Sorry, we were down in London for southwest London. We played obviously Fulham and Chelsea in the same week. Southampton the week before. So yeah, I think it's his first week in charge, so we might see a little bit of a tactical shift, and I think that'll play into our hands more than our opposition. Obviously, because they won't know what to expect. They'll expect us to be playing in a particular way that we've played the majority of the season, and they'll be expecting that. I think the crowd's going to play a massive part Saturday as well, as it always does. But these are the sort of crunch games that we can get results from if we need them. So we should be going for it.
We're on the knife edge now, though, where every game now an early goal against us will turn the crowd toxic very quickly. So we have to just work hard to try and get that first goal, I think.
I don't know about that. I don't know if it'll go toxic. Now that it certainly would have done had they not made the manager change. I'm not certain they'll get on his case immediately.
I don't think they'll get on the manager's case. I just think people will be fed up. It's just be more at same old shit. Do you know what I mean?
I think people will be worried.
And rightly
so. I think it'll be a nervous atmosphere. I'm not sure about top.
It always is a bit tense, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's always a bit tense and a bit nervy
in
the old concourses and stuff. Pretty much, anyway. It's not like it used to be in Championship, and that.
Turned up happy as Larry, expecting to watch good football. Now we turn up expecting to get fucking tonked and
I think the crowd wants to support the team and wants to be vociferous and wants to sing fucking hallelujahs. But the thing is, for so long now, we've just been watching diabolical performances, and it just sucks the life out of the crowd. So if the team perform well, then we will as well.
Did we get an ad at the beginning?
What?
No, what?
That must have been the ad before it started.
An ad at the beginning.
We had a comment that I just popped up, but somebody popped something else up over it, and it's moved me around now, so I can't find it. But there was somebody called Andy. Andy Ollie's at me. That's the comment.
Shit all over the beginning of the pod.
That's the comment about first full week of training.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. We'll see what he can do. Right, we better move on and quickly grab the predictions and probably skip the auto bit of this time, seeing as we've run over a fair way.
Actually, can I do that? But I'll just be really quick on it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, okay.
Oughta know better.
Before the predictions, hang on a minute. What the fuck's going down here?
Just be dead quick. Just
he's gone
fuck that Portuguese rat bastard.
Yeah,
right, we're done.
Actually, fuck scum.
Yeah, fuck scum. Let's all laugh at scum.
So sorry, that's all I wanted to say.
Oughta know better predictions.
Fair enough. All right.
Great.
Over to you, Matt. Set them predictions down, mate. I think we got a really early one off Napper in the comments from the fans.
I did notice that somebody'd started it, didn't they?
There we go. Yeah, I started. I'm very professional.
Napper's speaking my kind of language. First name, Aya.
Right, Smarty. What we at?
3-1 Brighton.
Jesus.
More probably 3-0, but 3-1 Brighton, I reckon.
Luke.
1-1.
You're laughing now, Smarty. Jay?
Desmond.
Oh, fucking, I'm so fucking... Does he get minus if we lose or win?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck right off, Jay.
You get minus
if we win.
Some minuses coming your
if we win, he
fucking
gets
way.
minus.
Yeah, but you get minus 5.
I'd happily take a minus if Leeds get 3 points.
We're not fucking beating Brighton, bro.
No, we're not. We're getting a draw with them. That's why I told you to.
No, I'm talking to Luke. You just calm down, Chesney.
Hey, neutron. Fuck off. Go blow your fucking nose again.
Some inside out, yeah.
My tissues are bigger than you, you cunt.
What?
1 hour 8
show.
Oh, dear.
Sheets of kitchen
It's a family show.
Your toilet's blocked.
I've also gone Desmond.
Not one of us has predicted a win, which means we'll probably win.
Yeah, you never know.
We're all ground down, aren't we?
Have you predicted a draw as well, Luke?
Yeah, 1-1.
There's just no confidence, is there? At least I'll be stand up and trying to be countered here.
No, I actually think we will draw. I think home advantage will get us a draw. I think we would lose away, which we did. We lost 1-0.
Are you going to the game on Saturday?
I am.
Are you sitting in South Stand?
I am.
Are you staying sober?
I'm
See me
doing
at
it
half time.
sober.
We'll have a cuddle. We'll have an
Behave
embrace.
yourself.
I am doing it sober.
I'm not. It's my birthday, so I'll be fucking.
I'm gonna
definitely
arrive
be
as
friggin'
late as
miserable
possible, so I can. Honestly, mate, at Fulham
I'll
last
probably
week,
get
I was like a
emotional
different
again.
person because I drove, so I couldn't drink. So I was like, I'm like a different person watching football sober. Honestly,
Mate.
I don't speak.
When we're 2-0 down at
must be
half time,
hard.
there'll be a video going around on Twitter of you with your head under one at frigging under beer pumps like that.
like Barney Rubble
Fuck this.
With his little
Give me a
puffer in his
fight.
other hand.
With his what?
His puffer.
Fly kicking Lewis Dunk.
Right, does anyone want to run through any more comments, or shall we wrap up?
There was one that I think we just need to congratulate friend of the pod on. That was very early on. Russ
Oh,
Vernon,
yeah, Russ,
congratulations
Oh, yeah,
on
I
your
started that
2
one.
awards.
Well done,
The
Russ.
Commentary Hub,
Well
I
done,
think you
mate.
won Best Commentator on the Commentary Hub Awards last
Little
night.
round of
I'm
applause.
not
Nice.
sure
Well
what the
done,
other one
mate.
was. So well done, Russ.
Round of applause for Russ.
That's it.
And also one that's not in the comments, but I'm going off memory here, so you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong, Luke. So I sent you all the details, but well done to the winner of our competition, which I think was Paul Adams.
Correct.
Well
A
done,
friend of mine,
Paul.
actually.
Hold on. Just while he's here.
Ironically.
Hang on.
Here, dickhead. Get your fucking prediction in then. Giving it big licks. Eating
No,
your
hang on a minute. He
emergency
has done. He
fucking
has done.
packets
Hang
of
on. Hang
potatoes.
on.
What's he fucking got?
He's gone
for
2-2.
Desmond as well.
Fucking Jesus.
Just a quick question. Just on the game on Saturday that somebody just popped in. Skip. Does Harrison start for you then, Jay?
Bollocks to him.
Smarty,
No.
Gilly,
Yes.
you disgust me.
No. What's your question? Do I think he will, or do I think he should?
Both.
Because I think he
All
will.
right. I think he will, but
I
he
think
shouldn't.
he will, but he shouldn't.
Okay.
I think he will, but he shouldn't.
Just so we're clear.
That's that.
There we go.
That's that one done nice and easily then.
Luke, did you have something to say about your mate's
I
club?
did for Andy's Man Club.
Well
I
done.
had to read it.
Not the handyman
yeah.
club.
And not that other one.
I've got a script this
Certainly
week,
not that
actually.
one.
I've got a script. He's giving me a script because I keep getting it wrong and giving the wrong dates and times and shit. So he's actually
There's
written
just
me a
loads of
script.
people wandering around various places in
Just
Leeds.
people walking around the park with a dog with AMC all over the back, and like everyone was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" It was yesterday.
Being arrested and pepper sprayed in a park. I
Andy's
don't like
Man
this club.
Andy's Man Club are a peer-to-peer support group.
Andy. Handy something else, mate.
Fucking handy. It's
said
Andy.
Andy.
You said
said
handy.
Andy.
Handy. It's
Handy
like-
man's club.
How dare you?
Maybe it's just the Spanish version of Andy. Handy.
Right, let me do this in peace.
You do it, mate.
Andy.
It's all
That
gone.
wasn't me.
It's all gone to
What the
shit.
fucking's going on?
This isn't funny anymore.
It
Come
wasn't
on,
me.
now.
Come on.
Get it out, mate.
Come
Go
on.
on. Best of luck
Andy's
to you.
Man
Go on.
Club are a peer-to-peer support group for any man going through a storm or have recently been through one. 7-9 every Monday, barring bank holidays. Open at Vale Circle at Beeston, Milford Rugby Club, Kirkstall, Leeds College of Building, South Bank campus off Cudbear Street, Crown Point Road, LS10. Come down for a brew and biscuit on us. Now that's on
Just one
Andy's
biscuit?
Man Club, not me. Or
Come
the
on,
pod.
Smart. It's cost of living crisis.
And then the other thing just to mention is
Surely
is
there's
this-
some hobnobs kicking
Oh,
about.
shut up and let him talk about it. Do some shit afterwards.
I'm just the other thing is to mention is just about the walk and talk that they're having at Middleton Park. Meeting there at 11 o'clock for a short walk back to the calf for 12:30 for a coffee and tea. Everyone encouraged, everyone welcome. Dogs are encouraged. Is that dogs are encouraged with everyone?
Yeah.
Looks like it, yeah.
Everyone welcome. Dogs encouraged.
Okay.
So encourage your dogs if you go.
Go
Go
dog.
on, there's a good
Go on,
lad. You
Milo.
can do it.
Go on, Milo, lad.
We need more
No, all
information on the
joking
biscuits.
aside, honestly, if you do need to talk to anyone, they're a good bunch, and you should get in touch.
Don't mention
Nice,
us.
they'll be nicer to you than these are to me.
And we have actually had another message that there is a female's equivalent. It's not linked to Andy's Man Club, but
Don't say it. Don't say
Steady.
it.
it's linked. to. So there's a women's equivalent somewhere in Leeds. You can probably find it on Google. We will find the finer details because I keep forgetting the name of it. But
don't, Luke. Stop doing this to me. Stop it, because I'm really struggling here.
I'm tempted.
I think it's time to say good night.
Well, but we'll be back on Sunday morning. Carl and I.
We'll be back with a B and C, and hopefully it's a good
it's
one.
Sunday.
So,
cool.
Yeah,
that'll do then. Cheers for joining us, everyone.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Good night, boys.
Toodle do.